Hi guys, it's album review time. We've got Crazy Lixx and Thrill of the Bite. So guys, this is my another review for next year's albums. February the 14th, this is coming out on Frontiers. For the Street Lethal in 2021. And we also had Two Shots at Glory this year that came out, which is like a compilation of older songs redone, and they had a couple of new tracks on there as well. Swedish hard rock band, everyone knows who Crazy Lixx are, into the melodic hard rock scene surely. 10 tracks, the 8th studio album, 9th if you include Two Shots of Glory. And man, this is another really strong addition to their catalogue. They're already great discography. If anyone doesn't know, Crazy Lixx, and want to know who they sound like, they've got a bit of, their partners in crime, if you like, in the Swedish scene, the Crash Diets, the Heats. But they've definitely got some, in my opinion, they most sound probably like influence from Def Leppard, classic Def Leppard. We're talking album 1, 2 and 3 from Def Leppard, maybe a little bit of Motley Crue, a little bit of Sleaze in there, but man, I can really hear some Def Leppard in this, and there's nothing wrong with classic Def Leppard. Let's run you through the guys in the band. Obviously, the leader of this band, Danny Rexon on vocals, and a lot of this comes from, when I talk about Def Leppard, I think he's got that sort of Joe Elliott rasp to his voice, especially Joe Elliott's old rasp that he had, especially around the High and Dry period. And I think that's what reminds me a little bit of this band of Def Leppard as well. And he's a great vocalist, man, brilliant songwriter as well. This is pure party rock, it's quite heavy at times. Of course, they've got loads of melody, loads of anthemic choruses, gang vocals, blistering solos throughout from Jens Lundgren and Chris Olsen. They're just all over this album, and they're quite heavy, some of the Crazy Lixx albums. And this is just fitting right in with the last few, just will not disappoint you Crazy Lixx fans. And the rhythm section, the really tight rhythm section of Jens Andersson and Robin Nilsson. Jens Andersson on the bass and Robin Nilsson on the drums. It's just, it's pure melodic hard rock. So they really had this driving beat behind a lot of their songs. Man, this will not, like I said, disappoint any Crazy Lixx fans. I'm sure you're going to like this album. If you like the rest of them, you're going to like this one. So let's get on to the tracks that I really like. Kicking off this album, Highway Hurricane. No surprise that the band hit hard with the opening track. They always seem to. It's like it's 1985 in the Sunset Strip, man, on this song. Rock and roll up to the max. Cowbell comes in before Rexon even starts singing, and his unmistakable vocals kick in, of course. All the Crazy Lixx traits are here. Guitars are high in the mix. Rexon's young Joe Elliott soaring vocals. Hooks galore. Those sort of gorgeous backing vocals that they're so great at. And of course, an outstanding guitar solo. A real hard rocking anthemic opener. And of course, it doesn't stop there. You've got Who Said Rock and Roll Is Dead is the next track. A driving, hard rocking song. The bridge to the chorus is just so inviting on this, leading to an absolute banger of a chorus. It's such a cool, fun track that sort of please, again, all the Crazy Lixx fans. I love this song. Outstanding. Then I want to talk about Little Miss Dangerous. This was a single, an opening riff that sounded like it's pulled off of High and Dry, actually. The Sessions, maybe Long Lost Song or something like that. It's a very cool single release. It's a long track, just over 6 minutes, with some cool extended solos. It's a weird song length, actually, because it doesn't sound, it's not got an epic length of maybe, some of their other songs like Eagle. It's got a real sort of just a typical melodic anthem from the band, but it is quite a long song. Those super smooth backing vocals in full force on this one. A great single release. Then I want to talk about Call of the Wild, another single. An intro that sort of nods to Maiden's Flash of the Blade a little, I would say. It's a really strong start to the album, man. 4 songs in, it's just a banger. Expected, I suppose. It's Crazy Lixx, isn't it? This one perfectly fits those 80s horror vibes for me, which I think Crazy Lixx are so good at as well. I could just imagine the titles going up at, you know, an 80s, classic 80s film, and this song coming on the end of a Freddy film or something like that. Then I'll talk about Recipe for Revolution. The pace slows a little for one of my favourite tracks on the album. It has a cool sort of bass stomp in the verses. There's a really sort of mid-80s Sunset Strip vibe again to this sleazy vibe running through this cool track. A highlight of an already great album. And then we'll talk about Hunt for Danger. Oh, fuck yes. I mean, I said Recipe for Revolution was great. This is even better. This is probably my favourite track of the album so far. It's a ballad with teeth, my mate Mark Clover would say. The guitars are a little bit more restrained on this song. A huge chorus, a slight melancholy feel as well running through this heartfelt song. And the last track I want to talk about is Final Warning. I love the frenetic sort of Jake E. Lee-esque riff kicking this song off. It's a really busy guitar riff and song that sort of shows off the skill of the two guitarists, the two Axemen. Another delicious chorus that just hits all the right spots perfectly. Very cool. So guys, that's my review of Crazy Lixx and Thrill of the Bite. A highly recommended album from me, and again, beginning of the year, that's so great that we're going to get a Crazy Lixx album on the 14th of February. Just you know, them earworms that they can produce with every album, digging their way in right at the start of the year. Love it. Let me know if you're going to get this album, guys. Highly recommended from me in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.